Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've seen that. Have you seen that horse one? Yeah, this horse, where this lady gets out of the hole and goes like this, and in front of the horse goes straight over the top of it. Just a little bit of head knocks it, and it goes right to the water. Which one's Barry? Oh, the yellow big river. Oh, is that black? What are you talking Gordon there. Oh, he's holding a football. Oh, that guy would be a good look. So don't you show. So we're talking about here. What?
Incredible scenes. It's barely the afternoon, but we're streaming live on AFL NTV from the magnificent TIO Stadium here in sunny Darwin. Dave Kennedy's my name, and it's an absolute privilege to be bringing you this huge preliminary final between the Buffaloes and the Big River Hawks in the under-18s division. There's plenty of talent out on the field, and there's another rare talent in the special comments position today. Jared Livingston from AFL NT joins me today. Livo, looking forward to the call, mate. It should be a pretty good game.
Yeah, definitely, Dave. Thanks for having me here today, mate. Should be a good one here at TIO Stadium between the Buffs and Big River Hawks.
Big crowd joining us at the moment, so good to have so many people on board for this huge preliminary final. Ball is aloft, we're right to go in the prelim final. Under-18s action, the winner to take on Nightcliff in next week's grand final, and we are underway as Devon Lyons goes up and Rivers win the first clearance of the day. Kicking towards centre half forward, trying to put his head over the footy there is Wilson. Had the footy taken away from him. Clark tries to barrage his way through. He's met solidly, good tackle Bell. Spills out the Buffaloes, just trying to get free. Shem Williams over the footy, can't quite control it. Then going in once again is Wilson. It comes out though, and Dwayne Counsellor gets the clearing kick. It's only as far as Curtly Silver. Goes inside 50. Contest comes out the back. Here's a chance once again for Wilson. Couldn't quite take it. Clever little handball back in the Wilson direction. Eventually it spills out. Shot on goal from Fred Hall. He's banged through the first one of the day. Fred Hall, the Hawks draw first blood. Good passage, Livo. The Hawks, this is the start that they needed, hey?
Yeah, they're quick here, the Hawks, so it's got to watch out for the Buffs. A quick delivery in the forward line. They've got to be ready for that attack.
You've had a bit of experience playing with some of these young Buffaloes out there. There's plenty of talent that is listed on the team sheet, the likes of Hagan and, of course, Jalen Clark have played a number of Premier League games. And then we also see in the Big Rivers lineup that Weewack Ross, another Buffalo that's another Premier League Buffalo that's had experience at the top level.
Yeah, I played an A-grade match with Weewack Ross. Very strong competitor, very versatile, can go all over the ground, so definitely need to watch out there for the Buffs, but I'm sure they will know what he is capable of.
Oh, Hagan almost wrapped up in defence. Got the handball out just in time. Counsellor mops up. Got a little bit of time to work with. Spins out of the would-be tackle there from Gardner. Kicks down the line. It's a good kick. Newell takes the mark on the far wing. Goes in board, short. And Jalen Clark going to be paid the mark here. Ross coming in slightly late, saying the umpire, so Jalen Clark wants to switch proceedings. Dangerous kick. It might be a good move if it comes off. Moroney takes the mark, plays on immediately, kicks up towards centre half forward. Can the Buffaloes find a mark? The target there was Mummery. It spills to ground. But cleaning up is Carroll there, and maybe a little bit of space here for Budrick. What's happened here? Free kick. It's going to go the Buffaloes' way. So, free kick here to Daniel Wilson. He's been busy early. No, in fact, it's going to be Moroney to take the kick. Another kick up towards the centre half forward region. Comes off hands. Warramura. Spills out once again. Bell involved. Got the handball out towards Carroll. Tried to knock it on in front of himself. And now Turner stops props and then delivers up to the wing. Not a good kick though. Buffalo's trying to come back with a bit of interest. Spills out there and they go inside 50. Long kick, absolutely crunched with Stokes. Hawks come away through Alex Albert. Kicks out towards the boundary line. Too close to the boundary line, it spills out of play. Newell to take the free kick. What do you make of the first 3 minutes on AFL NTV, Livo?
Very scrappy game to start with, Dave. Both teams need to be a lot cleaner, especially for finals footy.
Free kick far side of the ground, the Buffaloes. Lead comes from Pollard. Kick clears him though. Now Pollard gets his opportunity. Runs inside 50. Centering kick. The umpire says it was out of play though before he got boot to ball. Boundary throwing inside 50 for the Buffs. We're trailing this one on AFL NTV. 1 straight 6. Big River Hawks. Buffs yet to score, but they've got it inside their attacking 50. We've travelled just 4 minutes in this first term on AFL NTV. The first of a big triple treat. We've got Division 1 action coming up after this. Nightcliff and Banks. And then after that, it's the big women's grand final. Waratah v Tracy Village as Buffaloes go up towards the top of the square. Young, the target. It's too wide for him, though. Goes out of play on the full. Big Rivers free kick in their defensive 50. Switch kick is good. Alex Albert takes the mark and wants to move it up towards centre half forward. Good kick. Easy chest mark taken there. That was taken by Patrick Cossack, who goes down the line to Lyons, and then Lyons goes down the line once again. What can the Hawks manage at half forward? Not much on this occasion. Good clearing kick there from Shem Williams. Little bit of a scrap going on. He's been de-jumped. Devon Lyons. So he'll get a free kick for his troubles though. Might even be the captain, I think, today, Livo. Big Devon, I had a chat to him last week. Great young kid. Lyons goes inside 50. No mark taken inside 50 for the Hawks. What can they find at ground level? Trying to pave a way through is Silver. Spills out. Now a chance here for Gardner over the footy. Stephen Mole came in. And then Kane Merrison got the clearing handball. Buffs out of trouble. Clark. Another wide handball. Shem Williams left it behind. Gave a chance there for Patrick Cossack, and then a little hack out of mid-air there from Counsellor. Still in dispute. Bit scrappy inside defensive 50. Newell got the handball out. Little shimmy there from Stephen Mole, and then the long clearing kick, but only as far there as Daniel Turner, who takes the mark just backwards of the wing, wants to move it on quickly. And the mark is taken once again here by Lyons. Looks inside 50, goes wider still. Couple of Hawks contest, none of them come down with it. Eventually it's the Buffaloes left to sort this out. Would-be tackler there came from Wangura. And then it spilled out of play. Boundary throw-in inside 50. Or boundary throw-in on centre wing, I should say, Liver.
Hawks will have to take their opportunities quite early in the game, Dave. As we know, Buffs have came back real well last few weeks.
Plenty of players around this one. Mole's there. Can't get it out. Eventually the Buffaloes win the clearance. Kick comes up towards Mummery. Trailed his opponent Warramura to the footy though. Warramura stood up in the tackle, put his arms up in the air, got the clearing handball, wanted the 1-2 with his teammate. But in the end, Turner went it alone and then kicked up towards half forward. No mark taken either side. Ball spills to ground. Players converge on the footy. It spills out the way there of Kevin Moroney, who got the clearing kick only as far as Lyons, the general. Plays on immediately. Kicks inside 50. Can the Hawks find a mark? Not quite there. Good effort there from Caleb Clyden. But in the end, Buffs clear the defensive zone. It comes off hands. Bradley Stokes left it behind. Weewack Ross went in there. Hawks trying to work this one out. Weewack Ross once again paddles it in front of himself and then gathers and then takes a bounce. Runs his full measure. Long kick inside 50. Hawks fly. One weighted down and he took a very good mark at ground level. And there is a shot coming up on goal, courtesy of a big Weewack Ross kick inside 50. Who else to take the kick? But of course, the Hawks' leading goal kicker, Caleb Clyden.
Great second and third efforts there from Weewack Ross.
So Clyden on his approach. Took the mark very low to ground. Comes in, and no mistake there from the spearhead. He bangs through a goal for the Hawks. They extend their margin 2 straight 12. Big River Hawks on AFL NTV. The Buffaloes yet to score.
They look like they wanted a bit more at this stage, Dave, the Hawks, so Buff's going to have to step up their game, not leave it till the last few quarters.
Well, 1 goal the difference, or 2 goals the difference, I should say, and that there are 2 goal kickers on the ground. Fred Hall banged through the first one for the Hawks. The second one, Caleb Clyden. And that is the margin, 2 straight 12. The Buffaloes yet to score. Big Rivers with all the momentum at the moment. Ross is over the footy, appeals for a free kick and gets one. Umpire Brodie Rayner adjudicating on that occasion. Long kick down the line. Once again, it's the Hawks moving forward in numbers, and once again, Daniel Wilson got it off, and now they go inside 50. Long shot on goal just across the face. Just missing. It was a very promising build-up. First minor score for the day, 2-1-13.
Buffs are on here.
Buffalo's yet to score. Newell, I should say, had to stand up in the contest, did well. Clark mopped up. Wants the 1-2 with Moroney, got it back and then kicked a long ball down the line. Needs his teammate to run onto the footy. It was a good mark in the end. Lindsay Jessel takes the mark, kicks up towards centre half forward. Space here for Stokes, takes a good mark overhead. And he'll go back and back himself. It's going to be a pretty difficult kick for Bradley Stokes. He'll have to kick from about 52 metres out. The artillery assembles in the goal square. Stokes, perfect short pass. The mark is taken inside 50 by Shay McGorm. So, Shay McGorm, in he comes. Buffaloes really haven't had a meaningful scoring opportunity. This their first. McGorm starts it right, doesn't bend it back enough. And he misses, so just the one behind there. Margin back to 2 straight kicks. And it's Big River, 2-1-13, leading the Buffaloes. Just the one behind that we saw just then. Kick out towards Bell. Spills out of play, boundary throw in. In the end, a Hawks free kick, and it's not a good kick there from Bell. Goes out of bounds on the full, so going to come back here. Another chance for the Buffaloes going inside 50. No mark taken. Off hands. Warramara just handballed to space, and it came off. Lines, a little handball. Wee-whack Ross. Got it on the boot. Jalen Clark there to mop up across half back. Under a bit of pressure. Lines was the would-be tackler. Tries to kick with the outside of the boot there. In dispute. No one really able to mop this one up. Peckham Hunter now. He's dispossessed. And then Bell mops up, takes it out of play. Boundary throw-in. Centre wing.
Had a really good start to the game, Dave. Very hard in the contest. Someone Buffs need to watch out for the rest of the match.
Back into play. Payton was there. He's going to get a second chance. Gathered and then kicked inside 50. It's a wobbly kick. It'd take a good set of hands. McGorm didn't quite take it. Then off hands, he was well wrapped up. Great tackle there, Warramara. Umpire said play on though. McGorm around the corner. It's going to bounce, and it's going to bounce through for the first goal for the Buffaloes this afternoon. Shay McGorm, or Darren McGorm I should say, kicks the goal.
So they haven't converted well from their inside 50s as of yet, Dave, but it's good to see they get one there. Hopefully they can keep it going, the Buffaloes.
So Darren McGorm kicks the goal, and the Buffaloes are on the board. Out of the clearance. Buffaloes go forward through Jessel once again. Comes off hands. They might score 2 in a minute here. Oh, beautiful front and centre work. Shay McGorm. The McGorms combined for 2 in a minute. Well, how about that from the young Buffaloes?
That's what you're used to seeing, Dave, from the Buffs, so it's good. Had a bit of a scrappy start, so kicked a couple here. Got to keep the momentum on their side. It's where the Hawks need to pick up their game.
2-1-13 apiece on AFL NTV. Almost 14 minutes gone, and in the blink of an eyelid, things are all locked up. Amazing. What can the Hawks produce in response? The Buffaloes are trying to move this one forward once again. Pollard just overrunning the footy. They all pounce on the loose ball. And eventually, the umpire finds a free kick. Pushing the back. Hawks free kick. Going to go to Bell. Looking for options up the field. Kicks long to centre half forward. Coming back with the flight. Good mark is taken by Gumbula. Gumbula short into the pocket. Another good kick. Clyden going to line up number 2.
It's good by the Hawks. Bit of free-flowing footy.
Well, they've got it forward. When they've gone forward, Liver, they've been pretty good. They've been pretty clean. And now Caleb Clyden, he's already had a pretty similar shot to this one in this game. This to give the lead back to the Big River Hawks. Started it right on the right goalpost and it bent back perfectly. Caleb Clyden bangs through his second for the afternoon. So a game that's ebbed and flowed, momentum hard to come by for both sides, Livo, at the moment. Rivers probably unlucky to be only a goal in front.
Yeah, definitely, Dave. It's good that Buffs have capitalised on those couple of opportunities that they have had. So both teams obviously missing a few, so it'll be interesting to see when it comes to the third and fourth quarters who capitalises and gets on top of this match.
Back in the centre of the ground, big punch forward there, going the Buffaloes' way. Tries to follow up his punch there. It comes off hands. Big River Hawks there to mop up through Turner. Kicks around the corner, just cleared Jess Budrick in the end. Clark put his head over the footy. Budrick a little toe poke in front of himself. Then Shem Williams got the little handball over the top. Buffaloes out of trouble at least momentarily. Very close to the boundary line in the end. It's Law that keeps it in, and then a kick from Bell that scrags its way 10 metres forward and then out of play. Boundary throw in. Not long left to go in this first term on AFL NTV. It's Big River Hawks leading by 1 goal. 3-1-19 to 2-1-13. Dave Kennedy and Jared Livingston joining you live on AFL NTV. The first of a triple treat today as the ball spills forward here. And Budrick goes inside 50, close to the boundary line. Hagan came through. Might have knocked that one out of bounds on the full. Yes, the umpire says free kick out of bounds on the full. Caleb Clyden is the man with the footy. And if he can kick a goal from here, well, it'd be one hell of a kick.
Yeah, there's a silly mistake there by Michael Hagan, so he'll need to make up for that in the next few contests.
Clyden from right on the boundary line, just missing to the right-hand side. Minor score. They extend the margin. 7 points, 3-2-20, plays 2-1-13 on AFL NTV. That'll probably be the quarter-time score as we approach the end of this first term. 7 points the difference. The goal kickers so far. Caleb Clyden has 2 for Big River Hawks. The other one going to Fred Hall. While for Buffaloes, Darren McGorm and Shay McGorm kicked 2 goals in a minute to make sure that Buffaloes were in with a chance. Back soon after this short break on AFL NTV. Make sure you tell your mates, tag your mates on Facebook, get them around this link. And make sure let's get as many people watching under 18's preliminary final footy as possible.
After a hard day's work, you deserve it. When you're catching up with mates, you deserve it. Grabbing a bite with the missus, deserve it. But drive after a few. You deserve it. A road safety message from TIO.
Every cigarette you smoke inside your car hurts the ones you love. And some of them don't have a choice. The next time you decide to have a cigarette, think about who else you're hurting. Smoking can kill those close to you. For help, call the Quit line.
Do you know a family in crisis? Contact the North Australian Aboriginal Family Violence Legal Service. We provide legal advice, representation, referral services and support to family and community. Break the chains of family violence today. Healing NT Families. For more information, call us today.
For Territorians, the roads are more than bitumen. They connect us. For TIO, it's the same. For taking us on safe journeys, for travelling free, for twists and turns, for turning the corner, for taking you back to health. Road safety for Territorians.
Amart Sports is your home of great sports with all the gear you need. Get a massive range of fitness, cycling, sporting equipment and games with clothing for any reason and footwear for all the seasons. From the biggest sporting brands in the world for the very best prices guaranteed. If you're a footy fanatic or a freak for fitness, relish the racket or bikes are your business. Amart Sports has got you covered with 50 stores Australia-wide. For a great range of great brands at great prices, get in store or shop online at Amart Sports today.
What did he say? He says you can see quite well.
Every eye is an eye. When you're doing the surgery there, that is just as important as if you were doing eye surgery on the Prime Minister or the King.
Yeah. He's going to be all right.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium in Marara for the second quarter of the Buffaloes Big River Hawks under-18s preliminary final game. What a massive game this has been so far. At quarter time, it's Big Rivers by 3 points. They're moving forward once again. Wee-Wack Ross sharked it from the clearance, got the handball off there to Budrick. Another one over the top. Another chance coming up. Gardner around the corner, up to the top of the square. No Mark Clyden, gathered at ground level. Left foot around the corner. There's goal number 4.
He's went right into it, Dave. The Hawks straight out of the middle again. Like the start
I'm
of the
going to say that again, Livo. There's goal number 3. And just a little aside, Livo. Well done to Caleb Clyde, and that is goal number 50. So he raises the bat for the season, and that is his 50th goal for the season.
Yeah, straight out of the blocks.
Sorry to cut you off there before, Livo. I just realised that I totally butchered that call. But as you mentioned, good passage of play there from Big River. Sees him with another goal.
No worries, Dave. It's good to see the Hawks out there. Well done on 50 goals.
Kevin Moroney up towards centre half forward. Good defensive mark is taken though. Big River Hawks looking to switch things up. Weewack Ross. Geez, mixed allegiances there for this young kid, but at the moment doing a good job for the Hawks. As this one spills out the way there of Wilson. Well tackled, got rid of it just in time. Devon Lyons off the ground, inside 50. It's all Buffaloes though, they should mop up here. Clark over the top. And then Moroney clears the danger zone. Weewack Ross coming back with the flight, almost took the mark. Gathered, well tackled, got a kick just in time. Lines over the footy. And now Peckham Hunter. And then Wangura emerges. Great tackle though, he's all wrapped up. Budrick claimed him, great tackle. Not much of him, Jess Budrick, but it didn't matter on that occasion. Got it to Patrick Cossack, dropped a mark he should have taken, and then it put himself under pressure, and then Bell was put under pressure subsequently as well. Then a chance for Gardner, couldn't quite get clean disposal. The Buffaloes putting some pressure on across half back. Michael Hagan there, maybe held without it. No, umpire says he did the holding. Big River Hawks going to go inside 50. Clyden, once again, you can't leave him unattended. Self-proclaimed Rolls Royce, Jalen Clark on him. And at the moment, Clyden giving him a bath.
Yes, the kick to him by Jordan Gardner. He's very silky up forward, so we've got to watch out for the Buffs.
Well, now we can say that Caleb Clyden is lining up for goal number 4. He just pulled it across the face. Got the distance all right. Finished halfway up the net. Missing. So 4-3-27. Big Rivers, they lead by 14 points as we are approaching the 3-minute mark of this third quarter. Once again, Bell, not the Joe variety, but the Isaac variety out there for the Big River Hawks. And then Moroney for the Buffaloes. Geez, they're overusing the footy here, the Buffaloes, but they might find a way out. Jalen Clark, a little bit of a spin. That's good work from him. Got it up in towards the middle of the ground. Dangerous kick. If it comes off for the Buffaloes, there is a chance of scoring. If it doesn't, there a chance of being scored against. They get the free kick. Advantage taken by Fletcher. Goes wide. He wants his teammate Dixon to run onto it. In the end, the Hawks cut it off though, and they go forward. Another good kick in towards the half-forward region. Gumbula takes the mark, kicks inside 50. Big fly, Hagan. Clark weighted down. He's wrapped up by Silver. Brought to ground. Has his arms over the footy like Superman. And then it pretends to knock it out, the umpire says. Give it to me.
Jalen Clark looks like he's playing loose man in defence.
The two number 10s do battle. Jordan Gardner probably did the better on that occasion, just dribbled it forward and it spills out of play. Boundary throw in forward pocket for the Big River Hawks, who lead this one by 14 points on AFL NTV. A big welcome to our audience in Catherine today, watching their team and cheering them on. Had a couple of visitors last week and no doubt they're still buzzing after Cyril Rioli and Brendan Whitecross visited them. Big fly there came from Daniel Turner. It comes off hands. Jess Budrick tried to knock it on. Ryan Newell mopped up for the Buffaloes and they send it inside 50. A good chance here for Darren McGaw. Needs to gather, needs to get her on the boot. Did both of them. Then he went along the ground and hit the post. Oh, almost another magnificent goal to a McGaw. Darren on this occasion.
Got a few men free, the Hawks, so Buffs need to start putting in some forward pressure. Alan Mummery, I've seen him perform really well in the past. Need him to be a bit more movement around the ground, not be so much cement-footed.
Boundary throw in. Back into play, comes out the back, Shem Williams. Up forward this quarter. Kick out of congestion for the Hawks. It's a high up and under, but Newell stands underneath it and takes the mark. Then he goes long, and inside 50. No mark taken from the Buffaloes, but a good, strong defensive mark. It's taken by Alex Albert on the last line of defence. Kicks wide, wants to switch play. Clearing kick came from Andrews, and then it spills out of play. Boundary throw in. For 3:27, Big River Hawks. The Buffaloes 2-2-14. 6 minutes gone on AFL NTV in the second term. Hope you're enjoying the coverage wherever you're watching around the world. As Budrick mops up. This is under 18's preliminary final action. And then kicks out towards the wing. Hersey beaten by the boundary line. 6.5 minutes gone. Livo, at the moment, the Buffaloes are right on the back foot.
Yeah, Hawks look a bit more lively and doesn't really look like they're going to be stopped at this stage. Hopefully the Buffs pick it up soon.
Back into play, Hawks win the clearance. Up towards half forward. Hagan went the foot once again. And then Cossack mopped up, a little kick over the top, and now a chance for the Hawks once again. That's very clever there from Clyden. Got out of trouble, got it forward. Kirtley Silver took the mark within scoring range with a reasonably easy shot on goal coming up.
Dave, we only see 4 Buffs in the back line at the moment, so it's something that Phillip Wills and the coaching lineup will need to pick up on.
Here comes Kirtley Silver, and they clap it off the boot. It's a perfect set shot. Big Rivers extend their margin. Suddenly, you feel like they're in the box seat to go to a grand final. Certain expectation for the Buffaloes on this occasion, Jared, after the progression that they've made, particularly in their youth development at a senior level. There's a certain expectation that some of these players would come back and get this side into a grand final. At the moment, they're right on the back foot, aren't they?
Yeah, a lot of these boys have played A grade, so you'd be expecting come finals, coming back into under 18s, they'd be a bit more developed and stepped up a bit more. Then again, could be a bit of nerves coming into finals, so hopefully they can pick it up in the second half, but Hawks are looking very good at the moment. Doesn't look like they'll be stopped.
Geez, they're going forward once again. There's the goal kicker, Kirtley Silver, who takes the mark and then dribbles one up towards Caleb Clyden. The matchup being changed there. Looks like this man, Hagan's gone to him. Goes over the top by hands. And then Shem Williams, high kick in the air. Couple of Buffaloes fly. They both spoil each other. Lyndon Gumbala was the man that weighed it down. They win the clearance, the Hawks. Turner, high inside 50. Gardner waiting underneath it. Good juggling mark, though, is taken by Kevin Moroney. A lot of work to do for the Buffs defence at the moment. Moroney goes wide. Shem Williams put under pressure. Well tackled there by Carroll. Silver pounces on the loose foot. He goes with the inside-out kick. But it's cut off once again in defence for the Buffaloes. There's a free kick, though. High contact. So, wow. This is a big decision in the context of this match. Caleb Clyden has been given the footy. And it looks like he's going to go back and have a shot on goal. Livo, what's your take on that?
I didn't think there was too much in it, Dave, but it's not good for the Buffs once again. Hawks have another opportunity to get ahead, so they're going to have to really work hard for the rest of this quarter to get back into the game.
Caleb Clyden comes in, no mistakes once again. The spearhead is having a prolific influence on this game. 4 goals for Caleb Clyden, and we played just 9 minutes in the second term. Big Rivers have skipped away, and the lead suddenly out to 25 points. Goal kickers so far, Clyden has 4. The other 2 goals for Big Rivers going to Kirtley Silver and Fred Hall. While for the Buffaloes, stranded on 2-2-14, Darren McGorm and Shay McGorm, really, they kicked both of those goals in 1 minute. Jared, they've been pretty much outclassed for most of this game.
Yeah, definitely, but here's a move by Buffs with Alan Mummery going into the ruck, so I think that's really positive for him, getting moving around the ground, having an impact on the game.
Stokes also thrown in the middle. There's Raymond Lawrence over the footy, and Stokes once again at ground level tries to paddle it out. Ball still free. Eventually Buffaloes win the clearance, but coming back with the flight is Jess Budrick. Does very well. Cuts it off across half-back. Wants to switch play. He's got Isaac Bell wide, and that's the direction he goes. Bell takes the mark and then looks further afield. Good kick. A very good kick. Teammate, though, just couldn't quite hold on to the mark. That was Jared Isaac. Did well to affect the contest in the end after dropping the mark. Jessel was there. He got a handball out, and now it spills out for Counsellor, who kicks a banana up towards centre-half forward. Great mark. Great set of hands, Darren McGorm. Goes wide, though. Coming back is Isaac Bell. Did very well not to give away a free kick, and then it's taken out of play. Jess Budrick. Geez, this Big Rivers defence throwing absolutely everything at the Buffaloes.
Isaac Bell as well, I reckon he's been fantastic down there for the Hawks. Some good decision making in some crucial times.
Wholeheartedly agree with you there, Livo. Isaac Bell very good today, and that one
bit unlucky.
Out of bounds on the full. Wangura. So a free kick for Big Rivers, half back. Little one over the top. Gumbula. Now a long one down the line. Mummery's there, stood well underneath the footy. Didn't have troops at ground level. Warramura mops up for Big Rivers, and then his kick is cut off by Hewson. High ball, oh, good fly, and a great mark is taken. Mark taken there by Lindsay Jessel. Jessel kicks in board. Buffaloes off the ground, inside 50, Shay McGorm. And then Newell didn't quite affect the contest, and Buffs skip away through Bell once again. Coming back with the flight, almost a good mark to Turner. Then Jalen Clark almost had his jumper ripped off his back. Gained 20 metres in territory. It spilled out of play right between the gates here at TIO Stadium. Boundary throw in centre wing. If you've just joined us, cracking affair here. Under 18's preliminary final action, 6-3-39. Buffaloes, 2-2-14. 13 minutes gone, second term. It's been all Big River Hawks this quarter. Buffaloes yet to register a goal in this second quarter. Caleb Clyden has banged through 4 already for the Big River Hawks to take his season tally to 51 as the players trying to sort themselves out here. A lot of big tackles. Umpire just letting this one go. Cooper. Hashtag AFL NTV, by the way, if you want to join in the conversation. Let us know where you're watching from. We've already had Aaron Bennett send us a tweet, hashtag AFL NTV. Keen to see the under 18s, 3 young umpires, all under 21 in Brodie Rayner, Jamison Galbraith and Benny Griffiths. Well done, lads. Well, go well, lads, it says. So good work to the umpires as well, as Michael Hagan, another young gun, sends the Buffaloes inside 50. Vacant 50 at the moment. Young just trying to win the footy in amongst all these Hawks, and he doesn't. The Hawks come away with it. They kick back to a pack of Buffaloes. Mummery should cut this off, and he does. So a bit of kick-to-kick going on across the half-forward lines here. Geez, umpire saying that was all right. Newell, round the corner, kick partially smothered. Bell tries to cut this one off, got the handball out just in time before he was wrapped up, and then Young went in once again for the Buffaloes. Warramura, clean inside, and then a good bump there coming from Wangura. Good hard footy being played at the moment. McGorm's going to win himself a free kick. Buffaloes need to push back inside attacking 50. The attacking 50 at the moment is totally vacant. McGorm forced to hand off to Bradley Stokes. Kicks up to the hotspot. No one there. No one feeding back. Buffalo's lucky in the end that the mark was dropped, and then a chance here for Pollard, trying to edge his opponent out of the way. Also coming through there is McGorm. This is Shay McGorm, a little duck step. Got it out towards Young. McGorm, handball to Mole. Should be a goal. It is. The Buffaloes finally break through in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's taken them good 15 minutes to kick their first goal in this quarter, but after a few good passage of plays, they look like they may be able to come back, the Buffs. They'll still need a couple more goals this quarter, I would think. Wee-Wack Ross, Dave, also looks like he's resting down at full forward. We saw in the last contest he stood back a bit. Maybe that knee's giving him a bit of trouble. I'm not really sure, but he hasn't had as much impact as he did in the first.
Back in the middle of the ground. The Buffaloes have hit back, the margin back to 19 points. They'd love to snare a late one, not too long to go. 16 minutes gone in the second term. As the Buffaloes just edging it forward once again. Here's the goal kicker, Stephen Mole. He's already bagged one to the pocket, and a mark is taken inside 50. And Pollard is going to go back and have a shot on goal. Got to watch the clock. Can't really play on in these circumstances with the siren imminent. But Pollard can go back and reduce the margin further.
Yeah, it's a good move by the Bus, swapping up Pollard and Mummery in the ruck at full forward. Pollard's made a good few contests down there, and Mummery's done really well in the ruck.
Set shot wasn't great, but maybe the desired result if it wasn't going to be a goal. They've got a boundary throw inside 50 to Buffaloes. What can they manage? Time ticking away in this second term, I should say. Can they find something? Mole's in there again. There's a whistle. It's a Buffaloes free kick. And the free kick is going to go to Brenton Dixon, who will kick after or near enough on the siren. A very important kick for this young fella. Brenton Dixon. Just to set the scene for you. The margin is 19 points. It is very close to half-time. In comes Brenton Dixon. It's a long kick. It's a straight kick. And on the stroke of half-time, Dixon reduces the margin. The Buffaloes are back within 13 points at half-time. A huge, huge, huge second half of preliminary final footy on AFL NTV coming up after this break. Make sure you stick with us on AFL NTV.
After a hard day's work, you deserve it. When you're catching up with mates, you deserve it. Grabbing a bite with the missus, you deserve it. But drive after a few, you deserve it. A road safety message from TAO.
Every cigarette you smoke inside your car hurts the ones you love. And some of them don't have a choice. The next time you decide to have a cigarette, think about who else you're hurting. Smoking can kill those close to you. For help, call the Quit line.
Do you know a family in crisis? Contact the North Australian Aboriginal Family Violence Legal Service. We provide legal advice, representation, referral services and support to family and community. Break the chains of family violence today. Healing NT Families. For more information, call us today.
For Territorians, the roads are more than bitumen. They connect us. For TIO, it's the same. For taking us on safe journeys, for travelling free, for twists and turns, for turning the corner, for taking you back to health. Road safety for Territorians.
Patrons are reminded that TIO Stadium is strictly a non-smoking venue and that patrons wishing to smoke must use the areas provided.
Amart Sports is your home of great sports with all the gear you need. Get a massive range of fitness, cycling, sporting equipment and games with clothing for any reason and footwear for all the seasons. From the biggest sporting brands in the world for the very best prices guaranteed. If you're a footy fanatic or a freak for fitness, relish the racket or bikes in your business. Amart Sports has got you covered with 50 stores Australia-wide. For a great range of great brands at great prices, get in store or shop online at Amart Sports today.
quite well.
Every eye is an eye. When you're doing the surgery there, that is just as important as if you were doing eye surgery on the Prime Minister or the King.
Yeah. He's gonna be all right.
to let you know that registrations for junior football are now open.
Grab your friends and sign up to play our game.
We play footy because we love it. To join your local club, visit playafl.com.au.
After a hard day's work, you deserve it. When you're catching up with mates, you deserve it. Grabbing a bite with the missus, you deserve it. But drive after a few, you deserve it. A road safety message from TIO.
Every cigarette you smoke inside your car hurts the ones you love. And some of them don't have a choice. The next time you decide to have a cigarette, think about who else you're hurting. Smoking can kill those close to you. For help, call the quit line.
Do you know a family in crisis? Contact the North Australian Aboriginal Family Violence Legal Service. We provide legal advice, representation, referral services and support to family and community. Break the chains of family violence today. Healing NT Families. For more information, call us today.
For Territorians, the roads are more than bitumen. They connect us. For TIO, it's the same. For taking us on safe journeys, for travelling free, for twists and turns, for turning the corner, for taking you back to health. Road safety for Territorians.
AFL Northern Territory are committed to providing a safe environment for all patrons. To report any antisocial behaviour, text the issue and your location to 0498 062 213. Please note, responses cannot be sent.
Amart Sports is your home of great sports with all the gear you need. Get a massive range of fitness, cycling, sporting equipment and games with clothing for any reason and footwear for all the seasons. From the biggest sporting brands in the world for the very best prices guaranteed. If you're a footy fanatic or a freak for fitness, relish the racket or bikes in your business, Amart Sports has got you covered with 50 stores Australia-wide. For a great range of great brands at great prices, get in store or shop online at Amart Sports today.
What did he say? He says you can see quite well.
Every eye is an eye. When you're doing the surgery there, that is just as important as if you were doing eye surgery on the Prime Minister or the King.
Yeah. He's going to be all right.
second half of action coming up on AFL NTV. It's Big Rivers leading by 13 points. The Buffaloes, what can they produce in response? They're going to move it forward by Wangura, who goes inside 50. McGorm is there, tripped at a crucial time, lost his footing. It still comes out there the way of Dixon, who kicked a goal after the half-time siren, but in the end Silva gets the clearing kick for the Hawks in towards the middle of the ground. Andrews couldn't quite control it, and then Budrick was there to mop up, and then Wilson got tackled. Buffalo's trying to desperately send it back inside 50, trailing this one by 13 points. Eventually the handball comes clear towards Shem Williams. Now Jalen Clark put under immense pressure. He's gone! Holding the ball, says the umpire. Travis Fisher wraps him up. And then a short kick wide, Devon Lyons. Handball over the top to Isaac Bell. And then the kick towards half forward. It's cut off, Kevin Moroney. Dave Kennedy's my name. And joined today by the one, the only Jared Livingston in special comments. Livo, what a first half it was.
Yeah, it was a good first half by both teams. Buffs coming back with a few late goals. Set to be a big second half.
Buffs on the far wing, Michael Hagan out wide. Good mark is taken by the half-time superstar, Brenton Dixon. Looks inboard, goes with the short kick, and it finds Lindsay Jessel. So Jessel just having a think about it. In the end, a little short, delicate kick finds Blake Fletcher. This will really test Fletcher for distance, but not beyond him.
He's played a couple games for A grade this year. Definitely not beyond him, this kick.
In comes Fletcher. This to reduce the margin back to single figures. It's a pretty good kick. Got the distance all right, just away to the right-hand side. A little bit of a pull in the end. And a minor score. 2 goals. Flat is the margin. 6-3-39 plays 4-3-27. Big Rivers leading the Buffaloes. The under-18 preliminary final on AFL NTV. Hawks out of trouble already and move it to centre wing, but that's where it ends as Councillor sends a high ball up towards centre half forward. A couple of players lost their footing. Brenton Dixon was one of them, and he's won himself a free kick for his troubles.
Buffs started well. A few inside 50s, more movement in the forward line, a lot more forward pressure.
Dixon in short, and once again it's a carbon copy. Dixon goes to Fletcher, and Fletcher's going to go back and line them up to reduce the margin to just 1 goal.
You want to make sure he kicks this one.
In comes Blake Fletcher. He kicks from about 30, and he celebrates off the boot. The Buffaloes are back within 1 kick.
Wow, what a game we now have, Dave. Finals footy, 1 goal in it in the third quarter. Anyone's game.
Huge game, Livo, and it's great to see so many people tuning in live on AFL NTV. For this magnificent game as preliminary final action continues after this. Division 1, Nightcliff taking on Banks, and then after that the women's grand final. It's a huge day on AFL NTV. What a way to kickstart things as the Buffaloes back within 1 kick. 5-3-33. They trail Big River Hawks 6-3-39, but they've had the perfect start in this second quarter, bagging the opening 2 goals of the quarter as they move it forward and spills out of play.
Hawks have been unable to get inside 50 yet. Seem to have slowed down after their great first half.
What's going on here? Out of bounds.
Buffs get another opportunity here. Watch out for Fletcher. He'll put on the lead soon.
6 points the difference. Kick inside 50, no marks taken. Hawks trying to scoop it out of trouble. Turner close to the boundary line. It spills out to Albert, and they work it out of trouble well in the end. Kick drops short of Fisher. Buffaloes mop up though. They're a chance to go on the improve here. Good lateral kick finds Payton, who goes up towards Mummery, takes a very strong mark above his head. The big fella.
He's done very well since the first quarter, Mummery.
He goes wide with the kick. Oh, it's a perfect kick. And that's just great vision from Mummery. He finds Brenton Dixon, who's become the X factor in this match. Dixon, just looking for options, kicked a great goal after the halftime siren. And a straight kick here, if the Buffaloes can find one, we'll see things all square on AFL NTV. That's a good short kick inside there by Brenton Dixon, and now Bradley Stokes can go back and have a shot on goal from about 48 metres out. In comes Bradley Stokes. He crosses 50, sends a high, long, straight ball towards goal. And can you believe it? We're all locked up on AFL NTV.
This is finals footy. This is what we like to see. Buffaloes hitting their strides now. An interesting feeling for Wee-Wack Ross, Dave. Wanting to win in finals footy, but then again, it's never good seeing your mates lose. I'm sure he'll go out there and play 110% though.
Buffaloes trying to move it forward once again. Geez, this has been a resurgent Buffaloes side. What can Big River manage in response now? It's 6-3-39 apiece, and the Hawks go forward up towards half forward. There's a whistle though, and a downfield free kick is going the way of Big River Hawks. It's going to be taken here by Caleb Clyden. Probably a little bit too far out to score. He's already bagged 4 this game. He's the major goal kicker on the ground, the only multiple goal kicker on the ground. So nothing is beyond Caleb Clyden. He comes in, sets sail from 55 out. Geez, it's a pretty good kick, and they shepherd it through. Touched on the line. Minus score, but that's good enough to give the Hawks the lead. 6-4-40. They lead by that margin, 1 point. 6-3-39, the Buffaloes, as the long kick out of defence finds Jessel, who wants to go over the top and short once again. Brenton Dixon plays on. Got to be careful. Almost mowed down from behind, got the kick away just in time. Right down the line, close to the boundary line. Players from both sides attempting to keep it in the end. Devon Lyons takes it over the line, and we'll have a boundary throw in from the boundary line.
Hawks need to start stopping the flow from the Buffs here. They started off the game really well. Be a shame to let it go now.
Back into play. Off hands. Fletcher starting to get busy as well. Dixon's in there once again. And another ball up just backwards of centre wing for the Hawks. As James Hersey just picks himself up off the ground. Mummery to contest the ruck work with Lyons. Mummery got the tap down. The Buffaloes inside 50 once again. They all fly. Isaac Bell's there. So is Patrick Young. At ground level, Bell goes in once again. He's right over the footy. Put his head right over it. Tapped it towards the boundary line. Couldn't quite find the line in the end. Tapped it forward another metre or so. McGorm got a handball out. And now a chance here for Brenton Dixon. He dribbled it towards Fletcher. Then Stokes was well tackled. It's still in dispute at the top of the goal square. They go off the ground, the Hawks. It's still in dispute. Players from both sides come in. Was that high contact? Umpire says no, play on. Hawks trying desperately to get it out of defence, and in the end, the short kick finds Daniel Turner. They can take a breath. Dangerous kick up towards half back, but it might come off for the Hawks. Silva, a little one over the top, finds Wilson, who goes inside 50. Clyden is the target. Didn't quite take the mark. It spilled over the back. Hagan lost his footing. Clyden didn't. Went around the corner and missed. Jeez. Almost coast-to-coast stuff there for the Big River Hawks. It's really heating up here on AFL NTV. 2 points the margin. And it's Big River that lead the Buffaloes in the prelim final action. The Buffaloes trying to go coast to coast themselves. Brad Stokes there, Curtly Silver. Good flying fist. Sees that one out of play. Boundary throw in, centre wing far side of the ground here at TIO Stadium. Dave Kennedy and Jared Livingston joining you. Geez, Livo, this is absolutely cracking football at the moment.
Yeah, very good at the moment by both teams. Pretty even. It's pretty hard to pick at this moment. I still think the Hawks going a bit more ahead at the time being. Pretty dangerous stuff what they did though before, kicking back into the middle of the Buffs forward line. Wouldn't like to be doing that in a close match too often.
Another dangerous kick here. Weewack Ross had it taken away from him. Who else but Brenton Dixon? What a patch of footy he's having. Goes inside 50. Strong mark is taken by Darren McGaw.
Great mark. Need to convert here. Get that edge over him.
Well, Darren McGaw has the footy. The Buffaloes haven't led today. We played 11 minutes in the third term, and now they find themselves in front. Buffaloes in front for the first time today by 4 points, as Big Rivers are the ones left to ponder how and why. 7-3-45. Big Rivers, 6-5-41, 11 and a half minutes gone third term.
Notice the Hawks have dropped 8 into the back line, Dave. Trying to stop this running flow from the Buffs.
Hawks go forward. Hagan, though, there to mop up for the Buffaloes. And he just skips away, takes a bounce, goes with the barrel up towards Fletcher. Got front position. Hawks might get away with this one, though. Alex Albert kicks long and wide towards Carroll. Good tackle there, Stokes. Did well to dispossess him. Great work there from young Stokes. Murray over the footy, the two 19s battling. Murray and Carroll. Stokes has to go in once again for the Buffaloes. In the end, Hewson tries to get away from a would-be tackler. Didn't quite. Still in dispute. Centre wing far side. Buffaloes might find a way through. No. Free kick. It's going Big River Hawks way.
See if they can get a good inside 50 here. Swing the game back into their advantage.
They go inside 50, but Hagan, geez, he's started to cut a few balls off at half back this quarter. Goes long down the line looking for Dixon. Spills out the back though. Young.
They've got the numbers, Hawks.
Should sort themselves out. But Young did well. Handball up in the air. Only as far there as Carroll. Dribbles one out of the congestion. Now, still in dispute. Which side will get the clearance? Hawks look the most likely to at the moment, but it's still in dispute. A lot of kick-to-kick across the middle of the ground here. Cooper. Young. Now Cooper. To Ross. And a long kick down the line. Can they find a mark? No mark is taken. Clyden, though. He might get another chance. Umpire called advantage. A little chip into space. Oh, that's brilliant vision. Should be a goal here. Patrick Cossack just did everything to muck it up. Then he gathered, and then he kicked a point. Jeez. Some pressure out there. The pressure is real, Jared Livingston.
Yeah, they're taking in turns of the momentum, Dave. 1 second I'm thinking, oh, Buffs have got this. They're taking over. And Hawks come back. Oh, no. What's Jalen Clark done here? No. Jordan Gardner. The Hawks looks like he's given away a 50.
Well, at half time, it was the Buffaloes 4-2-26, trailing the Hawks 6-3-39. Since then, the Hawks have kicked 6 points.
Rolls-Royce just got going.
Well, sorry, the Hawks have kicked 3 points. Buffaloes have kicked 3 goals, 1, and they go inside 50 once again. Here's Darren McGorm towards ground level. Good defence here from the Hawks, though, to prevent a scoring opportunity. Great work there from young Braxton Wilfred.
Just little things by the Hawks, by leaving the mark unattended and let someone like Jalen Clark play on. It's not good in the third quarter of finals footy.
Back into play. Buffaloes with numbers, trying to burn his opponent, his counsellor. Got it on. Brenton Dixon knocked it on in front of himself, and then Silva gathered the loose footy. Dixon tried to tackle him. Silva got the little 1-2. Did well to keep it in, but then his kick was intercepted by Jessel, who went inside 50 looking for Mole. The kick came out of the pack, and the mark is taken by Patrick Young. The Buffaloes have a chance to extend the margin heading into the three-quarter time break.
Hawks had 3 or 4 men down there in the Buffs forward line, and they weren't able to capitalise. There was about 3 or 4 Buffs free. So it's something the Hawks coaching staff will have to pick up on as soon as possible.
Patrick Young got very close to the left point post, but he kicked the goal all the same, and the Buffaloes are out to a 9-point margin, their biggest lead for the game. Could well be the score at three-quarter time. 16 and a half minutes gone, third term. And it's been a very good quarter for the Buffaloes, the double blues, Livo.
Yeah, the 2 superstars leading the way out in the back line, Jalen Clark and Michael Hagan. 2 A-graders have done fantastic this quarter. Prevented Hawks from doing much. 4
goals to zip this quarter, Livo, in favour of the Big River Hawks. In favour of the Buffaloes, and that sees them out to a 9-point advantage. Not long to go now. Maybe time for both sides to score if they're clean, but this one's mopped up here by Sullivan. Dispossessed. Bradley Stokes onto the loose footy. Kicks into the pocket. Peckham Hunter. Good punch from behind. And it may have just saved a goal there. It's still in dispute. Young was there, but the umpires found a free kick. This will be a kick after the siren. Who else but Brenton Dixon, I think.
This is not what the Hawks needed.
High drama. Brenton Dixon has already kicked a goal after the siren, Livo, and now another opportunity to kick another goal after the siren, and this time extend the margin for the Buffs. In comes Dixon. He's been the hero today, and not for that. That's all I can say. It is a behind, but that's the margin at half-time. What is the margin, you say? It's 10 points. 8-4-52. Big River Hawks, 6-6-42. Back very soon on AFL NTV. Final quarter of action in the under-18s preliminary final. Very shortly. Stick with us.
After a hard day's work, you deserve it. When you're catching up with mates, you deserve it. Grabbing a bite with the missus, you deserve it. But drive after a few, you deserve it. A road safety message from TIO.
Every cigarette you smoke inside your car hurts the ones you love. And some of them don't have a choice. The next time you decide to have a cigarette, think about who else you're hurting. Smoking can kill those close to you. For help, call the Quit line.
Do you know a family in crisis? Contact the North Australian Aboriginal Family Violence Legal Service. We provide legal advice, representation, referral services and support to family and community. Break the chains of family violence today. Healing NT Families. For more information, call us today.
For Territorians, the roads are more than bitumen. They connect us. For TIO, it's the same. For taking us on safe journeys, for travelling free, for twists and turns, for turning the corner, for taking you back to health. Road safety for Territorians.
Amart Sports is your home of great sports with all the gear you need. Get a massive range of fitness, cycling, sporting equipment and games with clothing for any reason and footwear for all the seasons. From the biggest sporting brands in the world for the very best prices guaranteed. If you're a footy fanatic or a freak for fitness, relish the racket or bikes are your business. Amart Sports has got you covered with 50 stores Australia-wide. For a great range of great brands at great prices, get in store or shop online at Amart Sports today.
What did he say?
He says you can see quite well.
Every eye is an eye. When you're doing the surgery there, that is just as important as if you were doing eye surgery on the Prime Minister or the King.
Yeah. He's going to be all right.
Final quarter of action on AFL NTV about to get underway. It is the under-18s preliminary final. For one of these teams, this is the last quarter of football they will play. Unless, of course, it's a draw, then they'll play 3 more. But I actually never thought about that scenario. Maybe we should, as Mummery won the clearance out towards his teammate Mole, but there's a free kick. Big River Hawks are going to take it, and they need every free kick they can get. 10 points is the margin at three-quarter time. And it's Buffalo's leading Big River Hawks. Dave Kennedy's my name, Jared Livingston joining me. Livo, thoughts on the first 3 quarters so far?
It's been tight affair, swinging both ways with the momentum. Hawks will have to take it.
Could be the dream start. Clyden gathered at ground level, missed. Oh, bad miss in the end. He had more time than he thought, I think, Livo.
Yes, very unlucky, but they need to take their chances this quarter as early as they can and get on top of the Buffaloes. But we know the Buffaloes do compete well in the last.
Well, it was 4 goals to zip in the third quarter, and they don't call it the premiership quarter for nothing, do they, Livo?
Absolutely, Dave.
Kick out of defensive 50 for the Buffaloes. Trying to put his head over the footy there is Hersey. Won himself a free kick. So Hawks are going to go forward once again, you'd feel. What can James Hersey do with it? Kicks in board. Almost taken there by Moroney. It spills to ground level. And now a chance here for Carroll. Still lots of congestion there. Albert lost his footing and went to ground, and then the umpire called for the footy. Ball up. 9 points the difference. Big Rivers trailing the Buffaloes in the preliminary final of the under-18s. After this, Division 1 action and then the women's grand final. But, geez, what a game this has been so far. Daniel Wilson up towards the goal square. It's still in. Still a chance here for the Hawks. Turner was there. And then Wilson very close to the boundary line. The Buffaloes managed to keep it in and clear defence, at least momentarily. Got up very high there was Cooper. It spills down to ground level though. Wewak Ross up towards the hot spot. Clark takes a very strong defensive mark, holds the footy up in the air, but the umpire has paid a down kick. This looks like it will be a certain goal to Big River Hawks.
It's a good chance for them to get back into the game, have the opportunity. It's good to see both teams as well with lots of second and third efforts. Shows how much they want this. A lot of fight in the last quarter. Grand final up for grabs next week against Nightcliff.
Turner kicks the goal meantime. We're back to 3 points, Livo. Geez, this game's really heating up. Almost 3 minutes gone. Final term on AFL NTV. Elimination, or preliminary final action, I should say. A grand final spot on the line here. And Big Rivers have hit back with the goal, courtesy of a downfield free kick to Daniel Turner.
Yes, they were very slow in the last quarter. It's good to see them pick one up early. 3 points of difference. Great game up for grabs.
Mummery wins the clearance, kicks inside 50. No mark is taken. Comes off hands. What can the Buffaloes manage inside defensive 50? Brenton Dixon, a little handball in front of himself. Then he tried to tap it on. Comes off the ground. Back through traffic is Fletcher. Almost gathered, almost kicked on goal. A little kick off the ground. Spills to Peckham Hunter, who runs in and gives the response for the Buffaloes.
See Young Buffs getting another goal. See the Buffaloes crowd getting up and about. What a move it's been as well by Wills and the coaching staff, putting Mummery in the ruck. He struggled at full forward in the first. He's done very well around the ground. Has a bit more of an impact. Seen him play. He's one of my favourites.
Certainly having an impact, as you mentioned, in the middle of the ground. And in that third quarter, the Buffaloes winning most of the clearances. And that's probably why they've kicked 4 goals to nothing in that final quarter. 1 goal apiece in this quarter.
Buffs have a man loose in the back line.
Looks like it might be Moroney at the moment, as Mummery wins the tap once again, and it spills down towards Wangura. Buffaloes edging it forward. Hawks forced to respond. Andrews over the footy. Got the handball out wide towards the boundary line. Almost leaving it behind there was Alex Albert. Got the kick away just in time. It was a good kick as well. Jess Budrick took the mark, and then 50. Shem Williams adjudicated to have run over the mark. 50 metres going the way of the Big River Hawks. So Budrick kicks to the hot spot. They all fly. Hewson leads the chase back. Gathered, got the handball out. Only as far there
have the numbers.
as Cooper. And he's going to kick inboard. Good smother though. Tap back into play. Comes out towards Wilson. Had it knocked away from him, and in the end, Buffaloes win the clearance. Should be mopped up here by Hersey though. He's going to send it back, and geez, probably needed to do more with it than that. Lucky that it didn't go out of bounds on the full, because there's a boundary throw in inside 50 for the Hawks.
Rush that kick a bit. There was a few open there for the Hawks. They need to take these opportunities. Only 12 minutes left.
Brad Stokes. No mark taken. And now a chance for the Hawks moving forward. Mummery once again got involved. And then kicked it inside 50. Buffaloes are doing very well under pressure at the moment, but a good strong mark is taken by Devon Lyons.
It's a good kick in.
It's a deep penetrating kick, no mark taken. And there's a free kick though, it's going Big Rivers' way.
They've been very fortunate with the free kicks, Big Rivers.
Well, The ball in the arms of Braxton Wilfred. Very important kick coming up. Has to kick from 40. It's not going to make the distance. Clark cuts it off. Puts the ball up in the air. The saviour, the Rolls Royce. Mr. Royce bangs it clear of his defensive 50. Wee-Wack Ross got front position. It spills down to Alex Albert. Dribbles one inside 50. Loose player is Clyden. You can't leave Clyden unattended because he's going to punish you every time.
Well, it's a good goal there by the Hawks. Thought Jalen Clark, I thought he would have put the burners on, gone for a run up the side of the ground.
There's a commentary line for the Wanderers president, Ben Cocker, because it's identical to a call last week. But, geez, Livo, it's not about us, is it? It's about these boys out there. 3 points the difference. And it's the Buffaloes clinging to that advantage after a couple of goals this quarter to the Big River Hawks. 2-1 this quarter, and the margin back to single digits. Clyden has banged through 5. He's been superb. He's been superb up forward, I should say. But this is exactly what happened the last time the Big Rivers kicked a goal. The Buffaloes won the clearance and responded with a goal themselves, and they look likely to do it again. A little 1-2 ends up with Young, kicks on goal. Another response for the Buffaloes, and look at them celebrate.
Once again, once you think the momentum's going one team's way, the other team, the mighty Buffaloes, come back. It's a great goal, just what they needed. Edge the margin to 9 points.
Well, every time Big Rivers manage to kick a goal, the Buffaloes respond almost immediately.
That's been good, Dave. They haven't dropped their heads. Baby Buffs through and through.
So about halfway through this final quarter of action on AFL NTV. And it's the Buffaloes that lead by 9 points and go forward once again. Oh, miss handball there from Silva. Under pressure. The Buffaloes still a chance. Was that a handball? Umpire said yes. Play on. Sharked by McGorm. That's Darren McGorm. Got it off, and there's a whistle though. Free kick. Buffaloes free kick. Inside 50. Maybe a shot on goal coming up.
I think it may have been against...
Oh, 50. 50 for not giving the ball back on time. So a goal coming up for Lindsay Jessel, and this will just about seal the fate for the Big River Hawks. The Buffaloes look destined for a grand final.
How bittersweet must this feeling be for Wee-Wack Ross? Him and his family at Buffaloes through and through, playing for Hawks today. Sure, at the end of the day, if Buffs do get through, he'll be happy to come down and cheer on the Buffs next week against the Tigers.
Well, 15 points the margin now. Buffaloes have extended courtesy of a 50-metre penalty and a goal to Lindsay Jessel, as the Big River Hawks need to find a response, and they need to find it quickly. Andrews lost his footing. That's Jared Andrews. And then the kick forward from Mummery up towards centre half forward. Suddenly the Buffs look $1 million. Handball over the top. Stephen Mole didn't control it at first, then gathered, dribbled it up towards the top of the goal square. Dixon through traffic, got it out, but it's sharked by Alex Albert, who goes out wide, and Hersey takes the mark. Big Rivers can build here. They've got loose players further up the ground. Carroll's one of them. He goes over the top. Now Jared Andrews runs onto the footy, kicks inside 50. The ball goes out towards the boundary line. They moved it well to half forward. Then it went out of play. Boundary throw in at half forward for the Big River Hawks, who need a goal and need one really soon.
Still 6 minutes to go. Never say never in finals footy. Hawks can get a few quick ones here.
Vital seconds being chewed up there as the ball is retrieved from from over the fence. Boundary throw in. Mummery unopposed, won the tap. Clyden sharked it from the clearance though. His kick didn't travel far. Clyden goes back in for seconds, left it behind. Buffaloes win the clearance. They're not out of trouble yet though. Still in dispute. Eventually it comes out the way there of Wangura, who kicks inside 50 for the Hawks. That was Watigo that kicked inside 50 for the Hawks, but it's all Buffaloes there. Hawks appealing for a free kick, not forthcoming from the umpire. Little one over the top finds Fletcher, and he's not in any hurry. 12 and a half minutes gone on AFL NTV. It's the Buffaloes who have come from 3 goals down, or from 2 goals down at half time, to lead this one by 15 points. Long kick down the line, good mark taken inside there by Kirtley Silva. Bagged a goal in the second quarter, did Silva. And now he kicks short to a man who's probably been the best for Big Rivers, Caleb Clyden. Forced well up the ground though, had to kick a torp. Jalen Clark stood underneath it, got first hands on it, didn't take the mark, gathered at ground level, went the 1-2 there with Merrison, and then kicked up towards half forward. Weewack Ross standing underneath this one takes the mark. And the Hawks will try to repel. They need to move it on quickly. 13 minutes gone on AFL NTV. And it's Big Rivers trailing by 15 points. Weewack Ross, the boy who plays in the Premier League for the Buffaloes, now wearing Hawks colours, kicks up to centre half forward with a perfect kick. Gardner didn't quite take the mark. It spills out. Hersey just tries to bash his way through. Got the handball free just in time. In the end, the Buffaloes shark it. And the little handball comes out towards Fletcher, and then a chance there for Wangura once again. The umpire's found a free kick though, Blake Fletcher to take it. 13 and a half minutes gone now on AFL NTV, and Fletcher finds a target in the middle of the ground. Buffalo's just going to try and chew the clock here, you'd think, or chew up a few seconds, I should say. Brad Stokes got it on there to Kevin Moroney. He showed the footy to his opponent, ran to 50, lost his footing as he kicked, and the kick dribbled out towards the boundary line. Boundary throwing inside 50 for the Buffaloes, who you'd think have this one sewn up.
3 minutes to go. Looks like at this stage, couldn't see Hawks coming back kicking a few quick ones. Be an interesting game between the Young Buffs and Tigers next week.
Back into play, inside attacking 50 for the Buffaloes. Hawks still trying desperately, as you'd expect, with a grand final spot on the line. Clyden been forced right down the field. The Buffs go inside 50. Oh, there's a herd of Buffaloes. One of them is Darren McGorm. His kick just goes up in the air. Oh, that is an incredibly judged mark. Brenton Dixon takes the mark. And he can do 2 things now. He can chew up some time, and he can also kick another goal.
Buffs crowd right behind him.
In comes Brenton Dixon. Plays on. Kicks on the left foot and just bent it back a little bit too much. Just a minor score. So 16 points the margin. A grand final spot for the Buffaloes looks imminent. Long kick out of defensive 50 is cut off by Blake Fletcher, who's had a very good second half for the Buffaloes. 15 and a half minutes gone, 16 points the margin. Fletcher asked to move it on, kicks inside 50. Good strong mark is taken inside defensive 50 by Weewack Ross. Got a very good set of hands. Kicks out wide. Clyden's there, takes the mark unopposed. Needs people to move into the space further up the ground though. And in the end, he goes short. Warramura, who goes inside 50. Can the Hawks find a mark and kick a late one? Not quite on this occasion. Merrison cuts this off, got it to Hagan, and then out towards Clark. Kick clears him though. Coming back with the flight, Budrick did well. Fletcher gathered at ground level, got it off to Shem Williams, to Jalen Clark, who runs through one tackle, then was well wrapped up by Brodie Carroll. It spills out to Kevin Moroney, and now well tackled is Wangura. Umpire says he got one high, in fact. And a Buffalo's free kick on centre wing. As time ticks away, the double blues look destined for a grand final. Wangura up towards half forward, spills out the back. Darren McGorm kicks to space. He wants Patrick Young to run onto the loose footy. Leading the chase, though, is Alex Albert. Does well. Showed the footy and then got it onto Silva. Hawks still trying desperately hard. Kick to space. Jordan Garner is there, and also there is Alex Albert, who kept on running. In the end, Alex Albert's the one that gathers and kicks inside 50. Big fly coming from the back there, but the mark is taken in front by Hewson. And that'll be just about time. The Buffaloes are going to win. The margin at the moment is 16 points. Hewson out of the congestion. Big River might be good for one more foray forward. The mark is taken, and a dribbling goal kicked by Daniel Turner. But there's the siren. It's all over for the Big River Hawks. For the Buffaloes, they advance to a grand final against Nightcliff next week. Jared Livingston joins myself, Dave Kennedy, in special comments today. Livo, it was a great fight back from a determined Buffaloes outfit.
Yes, I thought after the first quarter that maybe Buffaloes, maybe they're not going to come out today, they're not going to turn up. Hawks looked very good, but as they say, old Buffaloes never die.
Well, the final score on AFL NTV, Buffaloes 11-5-71, defeating the Big River Hawks 9-7-61. Nightcliff and Banks in Division 1 coming up next. Make sure you change the link over. Stick with us on AFL NTV. The triple treat continues very shortly.
After a hard day's work, you deserve it. When you're catching up with mates, you deserve it. Grabbing a bite with the missus, you deserve it. But drive after a few, you deserve it. A road safety message from TAO.
Every cigarette you smoke inside your car hurts the ones you love. And some of them don't have a choice. The next time you decide to have a cigarette, think about who else you're hurting. Smoking can kill those close to you. For help, call the Quit line.
Do you know a family in crisis? Contact the North Australian Aboriginal Family Violence Legal Service. We provide legal advice, representation, referral services and support to family and community. Break the chains of family violence.